Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with birds, with Dennis. I'm at the saltwater pool at Rockport Beach. It's a nice day, some families are back there. Make sure I'm not near any daycares. The grackles are on the roof having a party. It's a good day. I'll tell you what, with this wind and the warm weather, lots of water. I have not been drinking enough water lately, and I have been drinking a whole lot of water. But still feeling thirsty and not putting out enough. And the color of what I'm putting out is darker than I would like it. I have to get my little urine chart that tells you if you're not drinking. I remember visiting a friend in San Diego. I believe they called it a rehab facility, but it was a hardcore jail. No prison, really, no air conditioning. Everyone wore the white jumpsuits, old time, cool hand Luke prison situation. Except no one had a guitar, no one was singing Midnight Special. And there definitely wasn't any hard boiled egg eating contests. That's an old, great movie. What I liked about that movie was when I shared it with one of the boys, they liked it. They appreciated it. A movie like that from back in the day. And, yeah. Shaking a limb, boss. Shaking a limb. If you've never seen Cool Hand Luke with Paul Newman and George Kennedy, I don't know the actor's name, but he's in the movie Slapshot, and he's in Cool Hand Luke, the famous line. What we got here is a failure to communicate. Just such an awesome movie. Paul Newman at his very best. I know other people might pick other movies, but I like Paul Newman in Slapshot and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and it's in so many great movies. The Road to Perdition, but I like him the best in Cool Hand Luke. Just a great movie. And I know lately I've been telling a lot of police stories, and it occurred to me that I've only been officially arrested once in my life. I've certainly been placed in handcuffs and zip ties many times. It always seems like any bar fights, when the cops would get there, they would just handcuff me right away. I guess because of my size, they felt safer, and I never took it personal. Even sometimes in fights I wasn't involved in. It was it's a different world back then. The police could actually do their job without getting in trouble. It was weird. But I had spent half the year up in Maine in school, and I guess this was my sophomore year. And when my sophomore year was over, I came back to Pennsylvania, and I played hockey the whole time I was growing up. That's my number one sport. Loved it. And I got in with a group of guys, my age. I was 16 when I graduated, just before I turned 17. So I guess I was probably 15 then. And I was in a bunch of hockey leagues. I was in the 15 and the 16 and 19 age group hockey. 21 and over I played at when I was 15. I didn't play in the 13 to 15 when I was 15 because it was too easy. I was so much bigger and better than everyone else at that time that yeah, it was even I felt stupid playing in that league. So I stopped that when I was 14. But we had this thing where we would just drink 5 nights a week, play hockey and drink. That's what we did when I was 15, 16 to maybe 22. Now I'm going to say till 20. And then I drank with another group of people until I was about 27 or 28. And then I got on the schedule of a drink once a month. You know, not bad experiences, not an alcoholic, just I had that fun time with alcohol, and that was it. Matter of fact, I'd go for a beer right now. It's pretty hot out. But we had like, I guess 5 or 6 guys in my buddy Frank's car, 2 kegs in the back, and a 6-pack in the front. And we got pulled over by Morton Police, Morton, Pennsylvania. And they took our 6-pack from us and made us follow the cop car to the Morton Police Station. And we all got put in a cell. And back then, like, underage drinking, like, it wasn't even, like, anything off your license. It was just, like, we weren't even drinking yet. I guess they got us for possession of alcohol. And put us in a cell. And it was still light out when we got stopped, but your parents had to come get you. I think my one friend Frank, I think might have just turned 18. He was just a little bit older than us. He had a car. He was our goalie, and I think he was allowed to leave. I'm not quite sure about that. I think Frank was the only one allowed to leave on his own. But my neighbors across the street, Mr. Leach, came and got their son. And Mr. Leach, I could hear him talking to the cop and kind of pointing in my direction saying, "He's our neighbor, can I take him?" And the cop said no, it had to be a parent. And Mr. Leach, I heard Mr. Leach say, like, super under his breath, "No one's going to come to get him." So good for you, Mr. Leach, for trying to help me out. And a couple other parents came, and I want to say it was Mr. Lehman came and got his son and had the same conversation. And Mr. Lehman lived directly across the street from us. And Mr. Leach and Mr. Lehman would always, we played hockey directly between my grandmom's house and Mr. Lehman's house across the street. Mr. Leach was just to the right of that. And that's Lawton Terrace in Seacane, Pennsylvania, if anyone wants to look that up. And they would just come out and play hockey with us. I remember a few times Mr. Lehman would run a string of lights across the street so we could play hockey at night. So that was real nice of him. And it got to be about 2 in the morning. I was the only one there, and I was just sitting in the cell. And finally, the one policeman, I guess his shift was over, and I remember the guy, and I can't think of the officer's name, but it's someone I knew just to wave hi to, you know. A blonde-haired cop, and I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he said, "Come on," and he drove me home. And when he drove me home, knocked on my door, and my mom's boyfriend at the time answered the door. And that was Ray, and Ray was a decent guy. Ray was a drunk, but I mean, it wasn't like he was loud or abusive or anything. Ray was just a drunk. I think Ray was a painter who was such a drunk he couldn't paint anymore. But Ray answered the door, and the cop just kind of looked over his shoulder at our house, our apartment, and then just kind of lightly pushed me in the door and said, "Good luck, kid." And I never got a ticket, a citation in the mail, and all my friends did. I was the only one that didn't get a citation. So I wish I knew that officer's name, because I would have liked to have seen him later in life and just have said thank you, you know. Lots of moms and dads at the beach today, guys. But I didn't want you to. I mean, I've had a couple not so good experiences with police. I've had that one wacko experience with the Ridley cop that I told you about. But other than that, when I've gotten stopped, it's like, yes sir, no sir. Do you know why I stopped you? And I know you're supposed to say you don't know, but I was always like, yeah, I'm speeding. I mean, if I'm going to get a ticket, I don't think it's going to help to act like I didn't know I was speeding or I didn't know I ran a stop sign. But basically, they would always run my information and just give me a warning and let me go. In Portland, when I was driving for Uber, I think I got 2 written warnings in like a 3-day period. One was for not coming to a complete stop, where no one's coming. You roll out a little bit. Then when you see no one's coming, you go. So, but now I'm one of those old people. You've seen my videos where I sit at the lights for 3 seconds. But on the video, it doesn't always look like I do that, which I don't know if it's the built-in part of the camera that keeps things smooth, the stabilization of the camera, but it looks like I roll through a lot of stops when I'm watching the videos, but I'm pretty good about stopping. I'm a radical. I stop at stop signs. So I already filmed tomorrow morning's video, already uploaded it, except it was uploaded twice in 2 categories. And I deleted one of them, and of course that deleted both of them. So I'm going to have to take both videos and sit in a very hot Walmart parking lot. It's probably about 1 in the afternoon right now. And I usually film the driving, talking videos earlier in the morning, and as long as I do that, I can get them uploaded pretty fast early in the morning. But I did it a reverse way today. Someone I thought was going to ride along with me today, so I was kind of waiting on them. But it didn't work out today. We'll do it another day. So, yeah. And, oh, Willie, I got your message, Willie. The other day it said, are you still in Port Aransas? And I said, yeah. That day I stopped and talked to you. I did come back a little later in the day where you were fishing and you were gone. I was thinking it was probably not catching anything, and you guys were hot. It was ungodly hot that day, but it was nice to meet Willie and his family. Had a couple people. They had a little drama when I was talking to Luciano. There's a couple that I think are homeless at the next table, and the guy was getting pretty loud, and a woman stopped in the car, and a woman that I know from around town that was talking to me at the time walked over because she knew the woman that stopped, and then, man, she told me who else stopped. Someone in a truck, and that was maybe one of the city officials or politicians, just kind of, we all were just stopping, looking just to make sure the young lady that was getting yelled at was okay. So I think the guy doing the yelling was just having a bad day. No one got arrested. No one called the cops. The situation diffused, and yeah, hopefully everyone's okay today. Yeah. I try to avoid drama at all costs. Me, I have trouble even being around people, but drama, I just don't do it. I know a lot of people thrive on drama, and the main reason I decided to move into my truck was to avoid drama. See, even the goal's laughing at me when I say that. Oh, I even looked up a joke for this video, and I'm sure I'm going to screw it up, but I had a pot of boiling water, and I must have left it on too long, so it disappeared. But I just want you to know, boiling water, you are missed. Missed. Nothing? Nothing. Okay, I get it. Well, guys, it is a beautiful day at the beach. The wind isn't howling. It's blowing pretty good, but nothing like Port A or even here at Rockport Beach yesterday. I'm just here sitting at the picnic table in the shade with my bottle of water. Not too bad. Could be a good day. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have food. If you want electricity, I hope you have electricity. I hope you're all staying cool. And thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting by the water with me for a while.